Hello, what's up guys, welcome to BST African Electronics Surgery on a Tuesday. So let's fix something guys. I have my colleague who is also fixing some laptops on another computer shop. That's where this laptop came. It's a Dell. It's a Dell Inspiron. Let me see if I can check the model. Inspiron N5050. Okay, that's the model of this one. This laptop, they booked the laptop from their computer shop as no backlight. Obviously, they don't know what to check there. They changed the screen, thinking that the backlight will come back, but the backlight did not come back. They did all what they can do to change RAM and everything, until to the extent that they give up, saying, no, this one we can't fix it, and they bring it here. So I have a situation here, because after changing screens, tampering with the screens, the backlight is no longer there. The motherboard is turning on, but you can't see it's no longer posting to the screen. You can't see anything on the screen. So we have a situation here. People are there trying to take money from repairs. Everyone is saying, I can do it, but on reality it's not easy. That's the thing. Okay, so let's see these pieces. We have the battery, CD drive, hard drive, keyboard. We have all these pieces. Let's take these pieces aside. We have the panel, that's the screen. Okay, so let's plug in the screen. Let's plug back this screen. The screen is plugged back. Let's plug the charger, but we can check to see if this charger is good. Plus and minus, you can see on the screen 19.56. Our charger is good. So plug in the charger. Something like this. Let's try to power. Here we have the screen. That is the connector for the switch here. Switch cable is connected here. So let me try to power this by tweezer. First pin, you can see the light here. Fan is spinning, and I can't see anything on the screen. The screen ribbon cable is connected properly, but there's nothing on the screen. So that's the problem. We have to bring back the picture. After bringing back the picture, we can fix the backlight problem. So we have like two serious problems here. So let's check some voltages first. Our main 19 power rail, we can check on capacitors like here. 19 on any other power supply. 19. So our 19 power rail is good. The next step is to check for 3.3 and 5 volts power supply. We are just checking voltages here to see if all the voltages that are present, 3.37 and here 5 volts. The next step is to check if we have, the heatsink is warm because the motherboard is still on. Let's check for the processor. 1.5, 1.50. So we have voltage on the processor power supply. What about on this coil? 0.9. Maybe that's for the graphics. Here what do we have? 1.6. I don't know which power supply is this one. This one 0.79. That's another power supply. Here we have another power supply. .45. Okay. Here we have another power supply. 1.49, which I believe is the RAM voltage. Even if we check on the RAM itself, we must have a 1 point something there. 1.49, you can see. So that's the thing here. That's the thing. So where can we start? Well, we have to start from a certain point. We checked all the voltages, they look fine. Let's try to do some basics. Let's swap the RAM and put it on the other slot. Just to do the basics. Powering on the machine with a tweezer, first pin to ground, and it's on. And clearly I can't see anything. You know what? I think we have to check with another screen. Let me look for another screen. I found another screen. So let's see. With this screen, if this motherboard is still doing same thing, just to conclude that we don't have a faulty screen, to have that assurance, because we have to separate the faults in order to fix this. What? Why this screen changed color? 1 second. So That's crazy. So I don't know what happened to this screen. This screen is completely, there's no backlight. So this screen is not good at all. So with another screen, I don't know how to do it, but what I would do, I'll put, because I want you to see, maybe you can see something. You see the writing? Check here, check here. You see? Media, you see? Here. So you see some writing on the screen, but there's no light. So we can safely conclude that we have a backlight problem here. We have backlight problem. So what I would do, let me look for a good screen. Well, this screen is the one which we are using for testing. It's got some lines. So let me look for a good standard screen, and then we'll come and see how we can bring back the light issue. So basically, we have problem with the backlights. Okay. So I just came with another screen. Yeah, that's our screen. So here the customer will pay for two things. We are putting our new screen, and we'll charge him for the backlights repair. Okay. So let's put our screen. The one which I showed you, the issue of writing, has got some lines. So we can't give our customer the screen with lights, with the lines. We have to give him a proper screen. So let's plug in this one. This one plugged. Let's plug in our charger. Our charger plugged. Let's power on the machine with a tweezer. Same point, we are shorting the first pin to ground. On. I can see some writing. You can't see, but there is writing there. But we don't have light. So I think I explained this thing several times, the issue of backlights. That on the screen side we have two voltages which are important. We have the 19 volts, which is always on, and for the backlight inverter, the 19 volts is there to light up the screen. But in order for the 19 volts to light up the screen, there must be two signals which are coming from the startup chip. We have the LED enable and the power on signal. So if we check, we have 19. We have to check to see if we have 3.3 going to the screen. If we have 3.3, we have two fuses. You have two fuses on the screen side. One is for the 19 volts, the other one is for 3.3. If we check and we have all the voltages there, check for the other two signals, which are there to light up. One is there to adjust brightness. The LED on is there to adjust the brightness, and the power on signal is to light up the screen. You will find out in most cases one of the signals missing. So let's see here. Our motherboard is still on. We have a plastic thing. What we can do, we need to check some things. So we can fold up this plastic thing to see what's going on here. Okay. Plug in the charger. So let's power on the first pin to ground. I can see the LED here. It's now on and we have writing. We do have writing there, but we don't have the light on the screen. Let's check first. Let's check for 19. We have this fuse here, 3.3. The output of the fuse 3.29. So the 3.3 power supply is on. We do have another fuse here, which I believe is the 19. We have 19 on the output. 19. So we have to look for those signals. Can be written in different ways. LED enable, image enable, PWM. So those are the test points which I want to look for. Or maybe we can go under microscope. I think that's a good idea. Let's see now. We need to look for those signals. The LED enable and the power on signal. They are, in most cases, they are together. So let's see if we can see where are my signals. Where are my signals? Need to look for those signals. Well, the power supply. Here we have the inverter chip. That the IC to boost the 19 volts for the screen. Okay. What do we have here? Here we do have this. That's our fuse which we checked. There was 19 there. You see that green thing? That's a fuse. That's where we checked and there was 19. That thing. We checked everything and there was 19. So If we have 19 on the input and output, it means our fuse is good. Let's continue to check for our signals. Okay. Yeah, this looks like it's a different mode of screen. I can't locate those signals. But let's start something. Let's start here. We have another fuse here. We checked that the 3. That the fuse for the 3.3 volts power supply. So we need to start there. Where am I? Let's start here. That's a good point to start. Because I can't see those signals. Obviously the fuse is good. My fuse is good. And it's coming here. Okay. If we check here, we have a fuse. And after the fuse, we have this chip. After the fuse, on the plus of the fuse, we have a capacitor. And that's the diode. After the diode, oh, you can't see, sorry. We have the capacitor here, that is ceramic capacitor, and we have the diode. And this diode is not sending any voltage to ground, is driving the 3 volts to this chip. And on the output of this chip, we have some resistors. I believe they are connected in parallel mode. You can see these 3 resistors. After resistors, here we have some test points. These 2 test points and the other 2 test points. And they are going to this chip, which I don't know what this chip is doing. So I'll move my attention on those test points, because we have like 4 test points here, as you can see. 2 together, 2 together, and other 2 together. And those test points I I believe they are meant to give signal to this chip before the inverter, and this chip probably is communicating with the inverter to light up the screen if everything is okay. So I'll check for continuity from the fuse to these test points, because here that the input of the chip, as you can see, yeah, that the input of the chip, so we must have 3.3 volts there. Yeah. So what I want to do, I want to check from this point to the fuse to see if there's any continuity. To fuse, no. Where am I? Again, no, we don't have a continuity. So let's do a trick here. Let's do a trick. Let's do a trick here and see, maybe that trick will solve the problem. Who knows? Let's fix the screen. Let's fix the screen this time. Let's fix the screen this time. If you didn't understand how the backlight circuit is working, I think I made a video some time ago about the everything learn with the backlights. So I have to go there. If you didn't see the video, you go there. Because we have to move together. We have to move together. Okay, so I'm just jumping to the first test point. Here 1 second. Let's put our nice bridge there. Because maybe if you have time to check why we don't have a 3.3 volts there, you can check, but I don't have time. I don't have time to check. So that's the thing. So I think we are done. We are done. All what is left is to test. Okay, we just finished fixing the screen. What we did, we bypass this chip, which I believe is not sending 3.3 to the input of this driver, which is meant to send the signal to the backlight inverter to light up the screen. Okay, so maybe if you have time to check why we don't have those signals, you can do it, but I don't have that time. So all what is left is to plug in the screen and test to see if we have now light. Screen plugged. Where is my switch? Okay, the battery is now connected. Let's power on. First pin to ground on, and we have light on the screen. You see? You can see? Insert boot media, no bootable device found. So you see the writing. So basically that's how you can fix the backlight problems. I think I made a video where I explained how the backlight circuit is working. So what I will do, I'll put all together and we'll do the final test if everything is working. Okay, so stay tuned. So I took a few minutes to put all together, and now it's now that time to test to see if everything is working. So where is the here? Let's see now. On. You can see the Dell sign. And it's loading Windows. Please wait. So it means our hard drive has been detected. And I can see the light on the caps lock. That means our keyboard is also responding. So basically that's how you can fix the screen issue on laptops. Okay, I know this seems to be confusing. It went on the recovery screen mode, you can see, and I think we can adjust the brightness, maybe. Maybe we can't adjust the brightness anymore, but this job is done. We now have light. So I'll stop this video now. The whole idea of the video was to see how we can diagnose and fix the backlight issue, because obviously they tampered with the screen until that screen is no longer working totally, and we put our screen, there was no backlight issue. We try to follow, we check all the necessary voltage, 3.3 and 19 volts was present, but there was no light. Move on to check for those two signals which are coming from the startup chip. Maybe if you have time, probably this signal they are missing from the microcontroller on motherboard. In that way, maybe if you replace the controller, you have backlights. But that's long. We don't want long things. So that's the way you can diagnose and fix the light issue. So I'll stop this video now. Like, subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell for future updates. See you on the next one. Okay, bye.